Hello, my juicy co-creators. Lilu here. I'm on the beautiful island, the magical island of Kauai in Hawaii on the Juicy Living Tour. And for this very last interview in Kauai, I have a very special guest, Mirabai. Hello.
Hello, Lilu. It's wonderful to just get back to Kauai last night and to be here with you on this magical island.
I'm very, very excited on how everything brought us together and how all this happened. But I feel blessed to be sitting next to you right now. You definitely have so much light and love emanating from you. For people that don't know Mirabai, she's actually an international spiritual teacher and author and the founder of the Mirabai Devi Foundation.
Yes.
And we're in this beautiful, and you chose Kauai to be your home, but you're originally from Johannesburg.
Yes.
Why Kauai?
Kauai because it is already in the fifth dimension, and because it's the most beautiful place I've seen on earth, and it is paradise, and because my best friends moved here and they told me about it and they brought me here, and I came here and said, this is it. This is the place I've been looking for to create a spiritual community, global, for the last 20 years all over the whole planet.
Why are you saying Kauai is in the fifth dimension?
Because what you think manifests instantaneously here. There's no gap between thought and manifestation, number one. Number two, it still contains the purity and the innocence, like the Garden of Eden, just like the original creation. And the rest of the earth doesn't feel that way. It's been too destroyed by the pollution and by the people. And here it's still pristine. So it still is like the original state.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Can you tell us about your encounter with all those beautiful light beings at a young age and what happened then?
I'd love to. When I was 3 years old, I had a very, very strong connection to the divine light, and I was really in love with the divine. And I couldn't believe I was back here in a body. It was a huge shock because I remembered being traveling directly home to God, to the light, and somehow I took a turn back into a body. And I remember coming into the body thinking, how did I get here when I was going straight for the light? I was supposed to go straight into the light, and then I realized between 0 and 3, the people saw me as a baby, but I had this ancient connection. And so I realized, okay, I must have come back to finish something, so I better finish whatever it is, but I'm ready to start teaching at age 3. And so I knew I was going to have to wait. And so about 7 to 12 masters would appear around my bed at night in their light bodies. And I knew some of them as Babaji, Mahavatar Babaji, Krishna, Jesus, Mother Mary, Shirdi Sai Baba, and Mary Magdalene, and there's others, and they all had the same pair of eyes, and they had the exact same look in their eyes and the exact same eyes. And I said, how come you all have the same eyes? And they said, because we are in oneness, and one day you will experience the exact same thing. You will too be in oneness. And that's how it started. And they started taking me out of my body from between 3 and 7 every night. I was taken out to different planets and realms and dimensions to work on souls who were suffering. And they trained me very, very deeply on how to remove darkness and suffering and pain from individuals, really throughout the universe. And then I would always land on my rooftop when I came back in, or I'd go in from the bottom of my swimming pool. Those were the 2 portals.
Better than Peter Pan.
Yeah. So I knew I could fly from that age, 3 till 7, and I just couldn't figure out why my physical body couldn't fly. So that was a conundrum. But I was flying in between realms all the time. And so living on the earth and coming back onto the earth was just it was like one pinky fingernail of where I was being shown to work with these divine light beings, where they were training me on how to really take darkness and turn it into light inside of people.
How do you do that?
I push light into people and push the darkness out and transmute it with light, and it's what they showed me how to do since I was very young. And it's something where if you look into the heart or the soul, you can see the seeds. You can see that the seed of light is there in every soul, but then they get shrouded by darkness. And then when you push the light into them, the darkness starts to leave and they start to find their way back to God. They come back home again. but the pain is so much that they have covered it up. And in some places, you know, some planets, it's really, really dark. For them, they're in a lot of pain. So they need help, and they need the work. And so especially here now on Earth, I've realized that more and more people are coming towards the light and wanting the light and are drawn to it and can feel it instantly. And it's all transforming power. So I'm really, since 3, I've been a servant of the divine light. And I've been going in and out of, since I was really 17, I've been going in and out of direct training since 17 of tuning into exactly what the light tells me to do in every moment with people.
Would you say that most of your work is happening here on the planet or on other galaxies?
This is just the pinky fingernail of the work is on this planet, but most of the work's on other galaxies, for sure. But definitely here on Earth, I came here to help with the ascension and the earth changes and the transition, and that's what I've been talking to people about for 20 years, letting them know what was coming and preparing them, and now it's here. And so that's wonderful to see it come to pass so that people can really do what they came here to do, to help also.
What is ascension for you?
Ascension for me is moving out of fear and into love, and moving out of destruction and self-hatred into mutual cooperation with the divine and with humanity and with Mother Nature and with all life forms on Earth. And so the planet herself is ascending into the 5th dimension, and humanity is awakening and ascending at the same time. It's a collaboration.
And places like Kauai are already there.
Yes, Kauai is one of the main places that I've seen that's already there in the 5th dimension. And there are other pockets of places that are holding the higher vibration, but very few and far between.
Is that for you? Is that true that the Earth is going to go through some dramatic, catastrophic, climate and Earth, changes soon? And with the comets coming in, a lot of people have questions.
Well, the Earth changes began around the solstice at the end of December 2010, and the beginning of 2011, the astrological alignment that we were expecting in 2012 came a year early. So all the ancient predictions were predicted actually for 2012 came already at the beginning of 2011. So the earth changes really catalyzed, and as Carl Kalleman talks about, the 9th wave of unity consciousness began on the 9th of March, 2011, which happens to be my birthday, and that wave ends on the 28th of October. And as that wave came in, the earth changes intensified. The tsunami began the next day, and the earthquakes in Japan. And that was really the significant beginning of the earth changes speeding up. So I think it's just going to be more of the same in 2011 and more of the same in 2012. And it's going to totally depend on if humanity awakens, it'll be lessened. If humanity doesn't awaken, it'll be more intense. But we can definitely, there's a lot we can do to help. That's for sure, just through forgiveness and prayer and meditation and visualization and global awakening. That's going to determine what the future will look like. There's no set outcome.
How much help do we have from the non-physical beings here on this earth?
You see, because of free will, there's a council that governs this planet, and then there are the intergalactic councils. And because all human beings have free will, they can't come in and do it for humanity, because the whole purpose of the earth changes is designed specifically to awaken the collective consciousness of the human species. And because of free will, they have to choose to awaken for it to happen, but they're helping as much as they possibly can help without jumping in and taking over free will and doing it for them. They're like loving mothers that are coaxing and encouraging and really giving a lot of light and protecting things like atomic weapons being used and that type of thing. They've stopped a lot of that kind of warfare from happening, or misuse. They've stopped that where there've been earth crises at risk. But in general, they can't stop this, because if the divine light wanted to stop it, it would stop instantly like that. It would have stopped already by now. But the divine light is really supporting humanity awakening. Everybody is like a cheerleading team that's just cheering humanity on, supporting them to do it. And that, I feel, is my role to also. Yes.
So, but we can communicate with them. They're here also to help us if we want, right?
The
angels or the guides and...
The entire planet is like a Chinese box. All realms and dimensions exist within each other. And so accessible to us are all angels, all guides, all divine masters, all intergalactic beings. If they're physically incarnated, then it's a little different. But anyone who is not physically incarnated and on the etheric level is directly and immediately accessed through Earth, right here and right now. But telepathically, we can communicate with any intergalactic being at any time.
So we are in the wave of unity consciousness, as Dr. Kalkalman say.
Yes.
Again, is this about making a choice on love and fear, or is it just going to happen? Do we have to do something?
Making a choice to move out of fear and into love is one big part of it, but the other part of it is that because we are all different aspects of the divine self or the divine being, we all have to come into that state of oneness, and it's time, and also the oppression of women on the planet and children, and all the violation has to stop. So basically the divine feminine is being restored. People are being handed on a silver platter the ability to go into oneness or unity consciousness, and all they have to do is open their hands and say, yes, I receive it, thank you. It's been given to them. It couldn't be easier. All the vibrations are here, and it's been made entirely possible for humanity to awaken into enlightenment, into oneness, into a state of divine union, out of fear and into love, and for the divine feminine consciousness to be restored in all of humanity, not just the woman, but also in men. And you'll see all the old paradigms are falling and crumbling down, all the old structures, all the old hierarchical structures, and even the old spiritual teachers are leaving the earth now, and in are coming more the new paradigm teachings and teachers who are bringing and ushering the new paradigm in, the golden age, which is coming in now. And you'll see a lot of that in the children also, the crystal children, the indigo children, the rainbow children. They're also bringing in the knowledge of the earth's ascension. So there are souls all around the earth right now who are born to help the ascension, and they have the seed of light in their heart, and it's coded with exactly the knowledge they need to help with the earth changes and the ascension, and so do the children that are being born. And so it's just a matter of awakening them and setting them on mission, which is very closely linked to what my work is about now. That's really where I'm focusing with the Lightworkers. Yes.
Tell us more about the Lightworkers. Are we all Lightworkers?
We're all Lightworkers. The Lightworkers are the ones who are the midwives. They're here to help Mother Earth birth herself into the fifth dimension, and they're helping her to ascend. And they're also here at the same time to help humanity to awaken and ascend. And so the Lightworkers know who they are. They're called. They come already with the coding inside of themselves, exactly how to help the ascension and how to help people out of fear and into love during the earth changes. But sometimes they need someone or something to just remove the veils and show them who they are so that they can be set on mission. But a Lightworker, once they're on mission, their entire purpose will be service, will be the service to humanity and to the Mother Earth of global awakening. And the whole mission is devoted to really helping people with that and helping the Earth to awaken.
Beautiful. You also do satsangs? Tell us about, how do you define the satsang?
Yeah, a satsang is a gathering of the remembrance of the truth and that we are all divine. Satsang literally means to remember the truth in a group or in a community, to listen to the truth and awaken. And so the satsangs that I give are specifically to give people the spiritual practices that I share. The ones are the forgiveness prayers from Howard Wills, which are a very powerful package that I give to everybody all over the world, and so does Howard. It's a free gift of a series of prayers that through peacemaking cleanse all negative karma and disease from the body. We also give mantras, guided visualizations, breath work, and meditations to help people specifically to awaken and to release all the negative programming and move fully into the light. That's a satsang. And those, I have groups all over the US and worldwide that meet twice a week, some of them, or once a month, and they do these spiritual practices together. So the whole purpose of the satsangs is to keep the communities in the light and grounding the light.
Do you also get information like that? Like right now, would you tune in and have a message for people watching or something that comes straight from source? Do you do that?
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Does that feel right?
Yes, yes. What I would like to say is that this is the most exciting time to be alive on the planet that we've had in about 2,000 years, and that we were all born for this time, and that we knew this time would come, and now it's finally here. And it's exciting because the divine is awakening on the planet, which means that the earth is awakening to a higher level of consciousness and humanity is awakening to a high level of consciousness. And so it's really, really important that we all keep our vibration as high as we possibly can, that we resonate at a high frequency now, and we stay in love. And the way we do that is through diet and also through what we take in, you know, pure water, pure food, as well as practicing positive thoughts, positive words, and positive actions, as well as practicing spiritual practices like forgiveness, prayers, and mantras to cleanse all of our own negative karma so we can come fully into the light, and also to be able to hang around with people that are positive and uplifting and inspiring, so keeping the company of saints basically around you. And then being of service is really the primary thing right now, is that any way in which you can go out into the world and you can start a group or a circle that where you can have a group meditation together or a group prayer session together, and start your own groups and bring your community into it, and then visualize the light coming into the planet and into the earth, and then in prayer together visualize all of the negativity around the earth dissolving and being transmuted by the light, and visualize the easing and the softening of all of the earth changes and the elements and the elementals, and come together as much as you can in your communities to pray and meditate and work on the earth right now. And any free time that you have of your own, use it for prayer, for global healing. And just remember that the environment and the earth can only continue to become a habitable place for human beings if we raise our vibration and we stop destroying ourselves through qualities like self-hatred or self-sabotage or greed, and these kinds of things that we project onto ourselves are what get projected out onto the world. So we really want to completely move our internal state out of our conditioning and into total self-love, and completely fill ourselves with love and be our own best friends and radiate as much light as we're capable of radiating, and become an example, not through your words but through your actions, through showing through your actions that you are of service, and that also that you can be a role model to help everybody around you to get also into the light and to raise their vibration. And as each individual raises their vibration and the whole collective consciousness starts to awaken and raises its vibration, we'll see the earth changes softening and going down. The fifth dimension will be born. Mother Earth will feel as if we've been great midwives, and it's not going to happen without the Lightworkers, because the Lightworkers are the ones who are actually meant to help the Mother Earth with her ascension. She can do it alone, but it's going to be much more of a struggle. And when the Divine Mother wants to awaken her children, she gives them a slap to wake them up, because they're not listening to the messages. They've been deaf and not listening to her messages that she's been giving loud and clear. And so if humanity continues to not listen to the message, the slap gets louder and louder. But as we wake up and listen, and as we teach everybody around us also to wake up and listen, then automatically she doesn't have to keep shouting the message at us. She can just relax and do what she's supposed to do to transition and awaken. And all of nature will begin to reflect that, because nature can clean itself. And it is cleansing itself right now through the earth changes. So it's really important to pray, to pray for the fires in Arizona that are going on right now, to pray for all of the hurricanes and tornadoes that have been more this year than in the last 40 years, just in the US alone. Pray with all the earthquakes that are happening all around the globe, just seeing Mother Earth becoming very, very peaceful and not turbulent. And then also just in terms of there's been heavy flooding where people are being evacuated, so if you can just visualize the rivers going back down, and if we can apologize as much as possible to the elements or the elementals of fire, of water, of the earth, of the air, of the ethers, for any ways in which we've hurt them, and done wrongdoing, just as a collective species, they will respond so deeply to that. So our direct relationship with nature, sending love out to nature, the more we send love out to nature, the more nature will respond with love back towards us. And it's our direct responsibility to protect this planet and preserve the life of this planet. And it's up to us as Lightworkers to hear the call that is so loud now, and to step into our positions of service and to really help this transformation occur so that it can be a peaceful revolution of consciousness and a grand mass critical awakening of the human species, to be as peaceful and smooth as possible so that not too many people have to get hurt in the process of this awakening. That would be my message to all of you today. Thank you.
Baba boom. Wow. Yes. Tell us what profoundly moves you, touch you. What brings you to tears?
When people love God, when people really love the light, and they are devoted and filled with that spirit of deep love and devotion, then that makes me want to cry, because I feel so much their hearts yearning and their longing and their love. And I realize that that's really what makes me want to bring people closer to me, is when I feel that. And it also wants me to help people to realize God within, to realize the divine within, because it's so possible. It's so doable. It's not an untangible, difficult thing. It's not outside of ourselves. It's right here inside of ourselves. And if we take the layers off, we can directly experience the self or the light within. And it's the most blissful, ecstatic, divine nectar that we've ever tasted. And once you've tasted it, you don't want anything else. Nothing else can even compare to it. And so my whole life is devoted to that, to really helping people to unify, to move into that state of unity consciousness within themselves and realize that it's not outside, it's within.
It's within, my beautiful co-creators. Wasn't that juicy? I loved it. I loved this conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much
for taking the time.
Thank you. I really appreciate the interview and the message out to humanity. This is what really all I care about, and it's my greatest passion right now, is to really help the earth and to help humanity to awaken. And it's going to be fun. Let's make it fun. We're having fun doing it. That's the whole point. We're not supposed to suffer anymore. We're supposed to experience and learn and grow through joy. That's the new paradigm that's coming in.
So you're traveling around the world. You just came back from Boston, from the Omega Institute.
Yes.
How was that?
Yes, Omega Institute was fantastic. We're going to do a really big program there next year with a lot of people, a lot of Lightworkers awakening. And we were in New York and Boston, and I've never seen such large crowds turning out because of the earth changes and the awakening that's happening. All the resistance in people that was there before was just dissolved, and now people really want the light. They want to know. They want to wake up. And I'm so excited about it. We're finally here in the time of times. So this is the greatest time to be alive. Thank you.
Thank you. Much love from beautiful Kauai, and tomorrow in Oahu, Honolulu. Bye-bye.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you.
Wow.